Hey guys, Crypto Chris here, and today we are going to be talking about the daddy of rebase DAOs, and of course that is Olympus. So let's dive in and find out what the hell is going on. So Olympus, if you don't know, they were the OG rebasing DAO. They want to be the decentralized reserve currency. They're on the Ethereum blockchain, and I like them. I do. I think they're great. They've got a brilliant plan, and it's one that's so good that all the forks come off of it. Even though it doesn't look like it's doing well at the moment, but it's something that has some sort of intrinsic value. It's got a backed treasure. It's got a treasury. Your price is backed by something at least. I mean, not even Bitcoin has that. Bitcoin isn't actually backed by something physical. It hasn't got a Bitcoin doesn't have its own treasury, I should say. But Olympus does. That's not to say Olympus is better than Bitcoin. I'm just saying the facts here. It has something that backs it up, which was a first for everything. But, and this is a big but, let's have a look at the price. Now, this is Olympus. We've been going for, Christ, since March time. So we're getting close to a year, 9-10 months. And we've had some swings. It's gone up, gone down, up, down, up, and at the moment we are in this catastrophic downtrend to the point where it's actually broken all of its lows, its all-time lows, and it's still going down, and this is such a shame. And this happened at about the time that crypto started going down, and I think there's a big correlation here. I think as the markets are down hard, which they are, they're not exactly bullish, are they? Because they're so bearish at the moment, it's obviously having a knock-on effect to these other things. This is all DeFi space. It's something that not many people can get their heads round. So, unfortunately, it's going down in price, and we haven't found a bottom yet. It's still going, and this is the crazy thing. It's still going, and look, if we have a look, it has dropped 92% from its all-time high, or sorry, from its previous high. 90 odd percent, 92%. That's huge. And to be fair, unfortunately, if you got in at this price here, you're probably still down about 80 odd percent, which is hard to swallow, because the whole thing that Olympus was built on was 3-3-ing, man. Just keep 3-3-ing. You'll keep up with you'll get your fair share of the market constantly. Well, it's scaring a lot of people because they're noticing that, listen, I've been 3-3-ing from here and I've had nothing but down. You have to look a little bit, or you have to have a bit more thicker skin when it comes to things like this, because there is hope. Yes, your monetary value is down at the moment because the price of Ohm is down, or GOM, or whatever you're in. It's down at the moment compared to what you'd like it to be. Compared to when it was up here, you're down big time, but you are still getting your market share. Now, this is where a lot of people aren't going to like what I'm going to say here, but this is why APY needs to come down, and I'm glad Olympus are doing this. I mean, I think they were something 200,000, 100,000% APY. They're now sitting at 3,398% APY. That is still huge gains by any standard. Go to a bank. That is huge, huge gains. but they're still bringing it down further. They want to get to 1,000%, and I totally agree with them for doing that, because what people are missing here is the more you dilute something, the less valuable it becomes. Like the market cap is, let's have a look at the market cap actually. Market cap is 940 odd 100 million dollars, just below $1 billion. If you keep diluting, and the supply out there is, what's that, 85 million or 8.5 8.5 million roughly. Now, if the supply keeps going, and with compounding, it will, if you keep high APYs, it will go out of control. Inflation will go out of control. If you've got 1 trillion ohm or GOM out there, what do you think the price will be? Because just to be pretty, at that point, it would be $1 per ohm. You'd have $1 trillion market cap. That's bigger than Bitcoin is at the moment. That's not going to happen. You need to slow down the supply. And actually, if you slow down the supply, the price increases. If you look at the calculator, if we did the current supply at the moment, 8588662, and we times that, if we wanted the price to get to excuse me, if we wanted the price to get to something like $500, back up to $500, that's $4 billion market cap. That's still achievable. So, but you see what I mean? If the circulating supply grows and grows and grows and grows, that price is going to go down. It's inflation 101. So I'm glad Olympus are getting on top of this and are bringing the APY down. I think it's a smart move. You got to ask yourself why all these Olympus forks are absolutely getting wrecked. They're having a massive bull run for a month or so and then absolutely getting annihilated. It's because the smart money got in at the very start, got so much APY, they're probably 3xing, 4xing their initial investment over a month or two, and guess what they're doing? Because they're smart, they're pulling the whole lot out because they know this can't last forever. This is what happens, guys. You need to have something backing up whatever you're doing. You can't just be funny money getting put out there, and that's why so many of these Olympus forks are getting bust and rugged and whatever else. Now, Olympus is a solid project, I think. I think in the long run, if you're in it for the long run, I believe that it will do well. It's a massive market cap. It's got a huge treasury. Look, and you've got to remember, the treasury does have other things in it. Ethereum, Bitcoin now, I think. Like, these things are going down, so the treasury is going to go down. Look at the backing. If backing per ohm, $70, and we're at $109. So we do have still more to go if we needed to. Oh, excuse me. But the thing is, yes, we do still have more to go, and it can still go further. But what do you think will happen when the markets eventually pick back up? That treasury is going to get huge. Huge, huge, huge. So technically, if you're getting in now, you're getting in at a bit of a bargain. That's not saying it won't go down. It probably will still go down. Looking at the charts, it hasn't found its bottom yet. I'm hoping this is the bottom. But we're still on this massive downtrend. We need to break this, really. This resistance here, before we can even start to think about becoming bullish again on it. But it's going to take time. The markets are down, and it's looking like the market's going to fall further, which will have an impact on these DAOs. But Olympus has a big backing behind it. It's got a big market cap. It's got, or a fairly big market cap anyway. So it should weather the storm. Yes, if you got in here, you're going to be feeling the burn at the moment. But I just want to remind people that if you got in at this all-time high here and held till now, you'd still be in profit. You'd be up. It's a long game. Yes, granted, the API was a lot higher there. But hopefully now, with APY withdrawing a bit more, and I mean, there's so many different partnerships that are happening with Ohm at the moment. They're in it for the long run. I do believe in them. It would be really nice to see them bust out of this channel here, so then we can start looking forward to a brighter future. But that's my thoughts on Olympus anyway. Please, please, please do your own research. Again, I just want to make absolutely clear this is not financial advice. This is just one guy's opinion. Yeah, I do like Olympus DAO. Unfortunately, it's taken an absolute hammering at the moment. That's just fact. I don't know where it will end. But what I do know is Olympus has built in its protocol buybacks that if it gets below $1, or they use DAI, but essentially if it gets below $1 per ohm, buybacks happen from the treasury, and to stabilise the price at what it should be. It's just always going to be backed by at least $1 in the treasury per ohm. So yeah, outlook at the moment not great. But future, I think it's got a lot of potential. And just hodl. If you're in it at the moment and you got in here, my advice, not that it is financial advice, is to hodl, because it can be your friend. Anything can happen. It could go to zero. I'm not saying it couldn't. I don't think it will, but anything can happen in this day and age, especially in the crypto space. Anyway guys, I'm going to leave it there. Thanks so much for your likes and subscribes. It really helps my channel grow, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.